Welcome to 2B1ASK1 MX, an informative channel developed by regular Masons in Mexico. On this occasion, we will present the first episode of a series of interesting interviews with prominent members of our institution. And for this episode, we have invited Brother Youssef Macari, the Worshipful Master of Anahuac Lodge No. 3, working under the jurisdiction of Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of Mexico. Bro Macari was initiated in October 2013 at Lodge Neptune No. 375 in Aberdeen, Scotland, working under the jurisdiction of Grand Lodge of Scotland. Brother Macari has been active in various lodges in different countries, such as Nigeria, Scotland, Lebanon, and Mexico. He is also a member of various committees in our Grand Lodge. Welcome, Brother Youssef.
Good evening, Brother Jose Luis. First of all, I want to congratulate you for this great initiative, and I want to thank you for inviting me as your guest for the first episode. I'm sure that this project will bring more light to our institution, to our Lodge Anahuac No. 3, and to all the brethren in our jurisdiction, and of course, it will give better information to the public about the goals and objectives of Freemasonry. I'm sure that many brothers in our Grand Lodge will be more than happy to share some ideas and talk about different Masonic topics which are also relevant to the public. Good luck, brother.
Thank you, Worshipful Master Youssef. It's an honor to have your participation. And the next topic is, how does Freemasonry transform you? Brother Youssef, I have a first question for you. What's your greatest interest in Freemasonry?
Since I joined the Lodge, I've been passionate about Masonic education, symbology, esotericism, and all the other aspects that the craft has to offer. Beside that, I always enjoy the social events, the gatherings. I found the Lodge a perfect place to learn and to meet great people.
Okay, did you notice an impact on you since you joined Freemasonry?
I've been a Mason for almost 7 years. Back in October 2013, I was initiated, and since I have joined, I noticed a big change on both personal and professional level. And talking about number 7, it always reminds a Mason about perfection, and that the Mason should always strive towards perfection. I also got to learn the different aspects of the craft, the esoteric aspects and the exoteric aspects. And the most important, that you need to always ask the questions. There are brothers in the Lodge that they are always willing to help if you are willing to learn, of course. And asking questions, attending lectures, attending Lodge meetings, it all adds to your Masonic education. I also met some brethren who have been Masons for over 50 years. So you can imagine with a small chat how much experience you can get from talking to these brothers. I have learned much from the ceremonies and the moral lessons that it gives. I try to live really by those teachings in my daily life. It's a difficult task, but at the same time it's transformative and rewarding. Also trying to share what you have learned with your brothers, it gives more value to what you are learning, and also you will convey what you think a Mason should be, how a Mason should direct his thoughts and actions to be a better man. The Masonic education is a lifetime process. It never ends. It's actually a lifetime university.
Oh yeah, I also believe that it is essential to apply our Masonic education in our daily life. And what did you find in Freemasonry that helped you to change?
First of all, Freemasonry is a fraternity. And I found inside this fraternity a group of brothers who are always willing to teach me, inspire me, challenge me. I also found a school, and I'm gonna use the accurate words to define the school. Our school is a system of morality, where moral and spiritual lessons are taught using symbols. So learning spiritual truths and moral lessons through symbols is by itself a great and transformative experience. It changed my outlook in life in general, and really it keeps making me a better version of myself every day.
Does Freemasonry change its members by its teachings or through the influence of its members?
In my opinion, I think both statements are correct. What Freemasonry actually does, it transforms its members through the repetitive process of learning the ceremonies. applying the teachings to their daily life, and also surrounding each member with other men who are embarked on the same journey. The idea of having a group of people working together to make themselves better has its own energy and power to transform a true candidate who really wants to be a better man.
Yes, I agree. A group of people working for the same goal can form an egregor, and this affects each member who joined. Does it require personal efforts outside the lodge, or it's enough attending the lodge sessions?
The teachings of Freemasonry are conveyed in the lodge, and the experiences are lived in the ceremonies. However, practicing what you have learned and applying those virtues should be outside in the world.
I have an interesting question. What difference do you find between Freemasonry in Mexico and that of other countries?
While regular Freemasonry usually follows the same international guidelines and landmarks, Freemasonry in Mexico is no different of Freemasonry in other countries. You can notice fewer variations from one country to another when it comes to the rites practiced, for example, emulation, Scottish, York Rite, etc. There are slight differences in certain parts of the ceremony, however, the story and the moral lessons remain the same. Also, Freemasonry sometimes incorporates in its social events some local traditions when it comes to food, clothing, special nights. For example, in Scotland, the Freemasons celebrate Burns Supper. This also makes the events more enjoyable by following the local customs.
Going back to the previous topic, are the ceremonies we conduct in the lodge important in this transformative process?
The ceremonies carry a history and ancient teachings of several centuries, and that repetitive process of performing them aligns your mind and places you in the center of these teachings. By doing that, you are breaking the barrier of time and traveling into the old mystery schools which do not exist physically today. So, of course, yes, they are the most important parts in the process.
And what is the responsibility of the Worshipful Master in this transformation process?
Thank you for this question. It comes in good timing since I'm reaching the end of the year as Worshipful Master of Anahuac Lodge number 3. And of course, it was a really enjoyable journey. I was amazed by the support I got from all the brethren of the lodge. And I believe the master of the lodge should always encourage the brethren to learn the ceremonies and try to perform them in the best way. It enables the candidates to get the full experience, of course. In addition, the Worshipful Master should always be the drive to assist the brethren to do Masonic research and papers.
Some brothers join Masonry and don't transform. Is that true, and what do you think is the reason?
Personally, I believe that Freemasonry is an individual journey. Each one of us has his own interpretation, and his advancement in Freemasonry is different. But from the feedback I got from several members, Freemasonry was a great choice for them, and they were always eager to learn, to ask questions, and to advance more in the degrees. The most important thing we do in our lodge, Anahuac number 3, is that each time we have a new member in the lodge, we assign a senior member to be his mentor and to help him to grow by sharing his ideas and experiences.
And finally, as Worshipful Master of a lodge, what message would you like to address to many interested in Freemasonry?
Well, of course, before closing this podcast, it's very important that we address the public and the people who are subscribed to our channel 2B1ASK1 MX. Many of our listeners on this podcast who are not Freemasons may be wondering what Freemasonry is and what it seeks. Freemasonry is an ancient brotherhood, a fraternity which teaches its initiated members important lessons, moral and spiritual, through symbols. It is founded on brotherly love, relief, and truth. Freemasonry is meant to provide a worthy candidate with an experience that is meant to be transformative, that will open his eyes to see the world differently. Freemasonry has many meanings and purposes to our brothers. For some, the simple experience of becoming an accepted member of this honorable organization is the capstone of their desire. Still others take pleasure in learning the history, meaning, and purpose of this organization, which helps them in their personal and spiritual development. And for some brothers, involvement to whatever degree gives them pleasure. It is also an occasion for fraternity and brotherly love, a chance to be charitable to the needy, and also an opportunity to improve a person's life. If someone is interested to work on these aspects of their life, surrounded by like-minded people, Freemasonry will certainly be a right place for you. Please do not hesitate to contact our lodge using the contact details provided at the end of this video. We will be more than happy to answer all your questions.
Thank you very much, brother, for your supporting this program. It's an honor to have the participation of Masons with such a broad Masonic career and dedicated to the true meaning of Freemasonry, which is human improvement.
Thank you, Brother Jose Luis, for these great efforts. I would like to thank the great architect of the universe for bringing us here tonight to share some additional information about Freemasonry. They will certainly add stones to our Masonic temple towards achieving our universal aims of enlightenment, fraternal affection, and charity.
So might it be. Thank you, Worshipful Master. It was 2B1ASK1 MX, an informative channel developed by regular Masons in Mexico. Anahuac Lodge No. 3 and the most worshipful Your Grand Lodge of Mexico les desean felices fiestas. Hasta pronto.